Alright guys, so best of 3 number 2 right now. The grand final is going like we couldn't wish for a better grand final right now. Not only do we have Symbiote going up against Snowflake, but we also have the second best of 3. If Snowflake would have won the first best of 3, then suddenly it would have been all over. Snowflake would be the champion of the VersaSphere NA Invitational, and Symbiote would have been defeated. But no. With a 2-0, like really taking that without any problem, or at least when you look at the result, we suddenly have Symbiote dominating the first series and bringing us into a second best of 3 now. And I'm super excited for that next game. This is going to be really exciting to see who will be able to take it here. Is Symbiote really now running all over Snowflake suddenly, or will Idra's team and LD Gamers team suddenly say like, hey guys, okay, wait, stop here. We took you down in the winner bracket, and we're going to win it again. We have the first map coming in. It is the Haunted Mines, so we have actually like one of those maps again that can snowball quite heavily. And I already took a quick peek at the hero list, and boys, I can tell you one thing: no matter how this game ends, we are in for a treat, because it is Abathur time. Let's jump into game number 1 of the second best of 3 between Team Snowflake and Symbiote Gaming. Alright boys, we are in for a treat as promised. We have game number 1 on Haunted Mines now in the first best of 3, in the second best of 3, my bad, between Symbiote Gaming and Snowflake. And Arthelon, here he is on the Abathur, the hero for the blue team, for Team Symbiote Gaming. KO on the Vala, we have Arthurs on Soldier, Matt Timmy on Rhaegar, and Dreadnought on the Tyrael. It's actually pretty interesting to see Abathur here. First of all, Abathur, of course, a hero that can really shine when you just jump across the map. You need to have a lot more macro with this hero than you need to have with any other hero. It's sometimes interesting to see when players run a combination that revolves around Bloodlust, and then you have Abathur just clone one of the other heroes that can either transform into Odin or can transform straight into the Archon. But, well, we don't really see that here, so they run a different little setup with this, and I'm super excited for this game right now already. We have for Snowflake, Idra on the Tychus again. We see Brightwing played by Killax, Chill Attack with the Stitches, Elzegabor with Chen. We saw that already in the last best of 3 in the winner's bracket, once by him, and Falstad here being played by Faye. The picks and bans, talking about the bans, we have Tacita and Zagara ban, respect ban on the Zagara, basically Snowflake saying, yeah, Arthelon, just like, go away, we don't want to see you in the Zagara anymore. You play that hero too well, no Zagara for you any longer, and Arthelon picked up the Abathur. It's going to be a super interesting game, because for me it's really interesting. Oh, Pajamathur! Awesome, I love that skin. Yeah, it's going to be awesome to see how he's going to play with it, because personally I kind of play quite a lot of Abathur these days, and I don't really like playing him on the Haunted Mines. It's kind of one of the worst maps that you have there, just because you only have 2 lanes, and as Abathur what you really would like to do is first of all hide yourself on the lanes. As when you have a level 16 talent and you go for the Locust, it can also jump between lanes a bit better and can play really aggressive, and the bigger the map, the more complicated it is for the other team to really find out where you are located and keep track with what you're doing. So that's going to be quite exciting to see how they're going to run with that. We have Abathur up the front here already with Arthelon. I'm super excited to see him play this hero in this game. And of course, we see both teams now taking the Watchtowers. This is the second best of 3, so this is also the last best of 3. Whoever takes the best of 3 here, takes 2 maps in this series, will be the victor of the VersaSphere NA Invitational. And this is going to be a good one, boys. So we're going to jump into that game right now and finding out who is going to take the lead in the series. Haunted Mines, of course. The one thing that goes for Abathur in the Haunted Mines is definitely that you just can jump into the mines, into any hero here, and that really helps you quite a lot. Oh, nice Howling Blast against Faye, and Abathur immediately with the Symbiote trying to get his skills off there. The shield, of course, very important for that. We're gonna find out later on, once the teams hit the 10, what kind of build Arthelon prefers with this hero. For now, let's just focus a bit at the top lane, where we have 3 against 1. Dreadnought is here a bit in trouble. And that's kind of one of the things that's pretty cool about this map. If you have a team running it, you can use the Abathur to just jump between those 2 lanes and really give the top lane a bit more sustain. But the hook against Dreadnought, and Abathur is there right away with the shield to just help him out there. So it's really important that you coordinate well with your team if you run an Abathur. There have to be a lot of calls in the game, and everybody needs to know exactly what's going on. Where do we need Abathur? Where do we need the shield? Where do we need his extra DPS? And of course, most important of all, is Abathur currently ready for it? Do we have a cooldown on the Symbiote, and what's going on with that? So the communication really has to be super exact, and you can't waste anything here. So that's something that we will see from Symbiote Gaming in this game now. Whereas we have for Symbiote with a Chen, and really interesting tool again. He's a great brawler at the front who just has so much sustain thanks to his passive to the keg and him just like drinking it up so that he gains the extra shield. He's very difficult to drop. Now we have the mines open and both teams jump into the mines right away, but we have those mercenary camps that were taken with great timing here, and that means of course that for now Snowflake had to wait a bit long until they dropped those siege giants. Down here to the bottom, here we go already. Abathur, where do we have him? Not in the fight just yet. There he jumps in straight on Dreadnought. Chillatek in trouble on the Stitches. Chillatek about to go down, but it is Tyrell that dies first. Stitches follows the second later though, and also Rhaegar and Arthur's very, very low here for Symbiote Gaming. KO is trying to cover the retreat with the DPS walls away. And that is now one of those moments where the entire mine's up for grabs for Snowflake. Well done, winning that fight here. Winning is maybe a strong word since it was a hero exchange with a 1-for-1, but they have the presence in the mines still. LZ Gamer even Hearthstoning it back since he realizes he won't be of any help to the team if he's so low in HP. So the rest is still trying to get those additional skulls. They're doing a good job at that, I have to say. Idra also jumping back up to the top lane. The Knights are still there. One of the things that I want to highlight here, we have the Knights still up for grabs in the middle of the upper level, and down here we suddenly see Faye maybe in a bit of trouble against Timmy. Nah, not quite. We have the turn in, and with Brightwing just jumping in, there's no problem of putting a bit of pressure on Timmy, but here comes the rest of the team. We have Soldier already in, KO as well, all of them going for Killex right now. Idra is jumping back down into the mines, and LT Gamer is coming in from the side, going straight for Soldier, but Arthur's moving back here. Oh, so close of dropping him, but he's able to escape at least for now. Dreadnought uses a Symbiote here, and the first kill on the Tyrael. Chen is down as well, though it's again the trade, and they jump up on the top, but we have Snowflake in full retreat right now. 2 kills against 2 kills, level 6 against level 5 in favor of Team Symbiote Gaming now. And Abathur doing a decent job here, very far out on the map already, trying to push that in even more. He's doing a decent job here, very active. I like that about how Arthalon plays him. So we have now down in the mines the Golem, the boss, being attacked by 3 heroes of Snowflake, and it doesn't really look like Symbiote is going to contest this at all. We have instead Matt, Timmy, Soldier, and also Arthalon now in a position where they could maybe go for the Knights, but they don't. They are trying to contest that after all, but they're too late already. They're trying to chase down the heroes. They're trying to turn this into a 5 versus 3, and they're getting Idra. There's no way Idra escapes this. We have at the same time now Chillatek suddenly in trouble as Tyrell and Abathur are following him, and of course the body block and Howling Blast drop him as well. 2 heroes down, well done, but up at the top it's Abathur that was actually caught out of guard. Abathur detected and dropped while we had this going on. LZ Gamer on the Chen dying as well though, so it's 5 kills versus 3 with level 7 for both teams. Well, Arthalon doing definitely a good job helping his team out in the lower level of the mines, but then of course being outside of the gate, he found himself in a position where he himself was picked off, and that's always so satisfying for a team if you are able to kill Abathur. And good hook against Matt Timmy, by the way. No Abathur right now to help the team. Oh, actually he's back already, so he can jump in when he's off cooldown. Abathur is already on the way, trying to get into position here for the Locusts to spawn. You always want to be up at the front line at least, so that you can move in with the Locusts, that you have the opportunity to push as far as possible with them. And then later on the 16, most Abathurs are very active on the map, trying to get into a good position if they go for the extra Locusts here. Siege Giant camps taken once again. 1 for each team, level 8 versus level 8, and down at the bottom the last skull is still there. 2 skulls actually. Looking at the skull count, we currently have 69 versus 29, so it's a 71 golem that we are going to see here for Team Snowflake, and that's something that Symbiote doesn't really want to face right now, but they will have to. At the top lane we have 4 heroes dealing with the Siege Giants, only Fade down to the bottom to soak the experience. And as you can see, Mad Timmy and Soldier, they are already starting to go up to the top because they will have to defend against the 70% Golem, and that's not going to be easy. On the other hand, the entire Snowflake team starts to rotate bottom, where they will have a good opportunity to push in the lane. 5 heroes are meeting them though. Only Abathur is up at the top lane for the spawning Locust, starting to set up a few of the mines too. Actually trying to save himself here with the mines. Makes it a little bit more difficult to really drop him, especially since he's right at the gate. But this push, he should move back, and there he is, slowly crawling back. And yeah, it looks like we're going to have the team fight up at the top after all, with a stronger Golem pushing for Snowflake. They have quite a bit of momentum going on with this. And well, here we go. Already the attempted save on one of the towers here by Arthalon with the Abathur. But the hook of Chillatech not hitting anything. Abathur down to the bottom lane. Once again, super active, trying to move in here and going straight into the farm. Up to the top, it's a different picture though. We have the Golem starting to push in. Brightwing moves down to the bottom lane, apparently attempting to take down Abathur, if not the Golem at least. And at the top, the Howling Blast against Chillatech. We also have once more the Golem breaching the wall, going straight for those additional turrets. Even Arthalon on the Abathur can't help him with a shield here, at least not too much. And we still have 3 heroes at the top lane for Team Snowflake. 4 heroes trying to defend for Symbiote Gaming. Down to the bottom lane. This Golem is actually doing a lot more damage than anticipated, already taking down 2 of the towers and moving straight towards the keep. We have behind the gate already Arthalon, who picked up the mule to save those structures and heal them up once again. So Abathur really playing the support role that he's supposed to be here. We have still level 10 for both of them, and that allows us to take a quick look at the talents here. So looking at the Abathur build first of all, the attack speed picked up on the first one. We have the increased damage of the Symbiote stab, which is also pretty much what you see most of the time. And instead of getting the healing on the Carapace, it's instead the mule that has been picked up by Arthalon. It's kind of the go-to build for a lot of Abathurs out there, with of course Ultimate Evolution being used as the heroic ability, because duh, he only has one. At the same time, we have Strafe being used on Vala, the Army of the Dead for Arthas, Bloodlust this time for Rhaegar. And that's actually an interesting build right now. With only a single healer in the game, they decided to go for the Bloodlust instead of utilizing the Ancestral Heal. It kind of makes sense if you think about Abathur being one of those, well, he's not really in the fight, and if he is, it is as a clone, and you don't really need to heal up that clone. We have Arthurs with a lot of sustain as well, so you don't need the heal there either. For the Tyrael, why would you? Because, well, he has a shield, he can jump away. The only hero that really needs some heal is KO, who by the way uses the same multi-shot build once again that we saw him using in the last best of 3. So I feel like the Ancestral Heal probably not used here just because they don't really think that they get their money's worth out of it, and instead use the heroic ability with the Bloodlust here to make it work like that. So with the Bloodlust they can go for the extra DPS. Would be nice to have maybe a Tacita or then the Tychus in there for Odin or Archon, but they don't have that. Looking on the other hand on Team Snowflake, we also see an interesting choice here, Dash being used this time for Idrite, something that he hasn't chosen to play in quite some time on the hero. Commander Odin at the heroic ability is not a surprise. We have Storm, Earth and Fire for Chen. Kind of what we see most Chen players use these days, especially in the competitive scene. Whereas Gorge, Emerald Wind and Shock of Awe round things up here once again. So pretty interesting builds, and I'm especially curious to see how Abathur continues his talent tree from here on out, but we're going to find that out in just a bit. We'll already see Symbiote Gaming moving towards the bottom of the map now, and well, down here there is already one fort that is a bit exposed. They could go in and take down the fort, but now so far we have then, or we would have, a trade, because the entire team Snowflake is at the top lane and they are pushing into that fort. It's going to be that. No, it's not going to be a trade. We have actually Symbiote Gaming moving back. They are trying to defend it, and they might be able to get that off. So a bit of damage dealt, but here comes the Howling Blast against Chillatech. Judgment immediately used against Gelax, the Brightwing. Bloodlust already part of the comp, and Dreadnought goes down first. The Tyrael is not in there any longer. Stitches is down as well, but Brightwing and Stitches dying here for Snowflake. That gives once more a bit of an advantage to Symbiote Gaming, and they are
starting to move in here with 4 heroes already. We have only the Turiel down, and of course you can see now Abathur with a clone on the Arthur starting to move in. 4 heroes of them attempting to drop one of the forts, and Snowflake has to react. They only have 3 heroes available, but they're moving in. I don't think they will be able to save the fort. No, they are just a bit too late. Arthur taking it down here, and he's back now in Symbiote form, dropping the Symbiote on Soldier and using it to shield him, immediately going for the stab here, and LZ Gamer is down. LZ Gamer dead. Faye in trouble, dropping here maybe in a second. Brightwing is eliminated already. It's once again only 3 heroes up for Snowflake. Symbiote Gaming is on a tear right now. They are moving in, dropping the Stitches too. It's a 3-0. 3 heroes dropped, the fort taken, and the mines are gonna be up in just a bit, and with 3 heroes out of the game, this is gonna get very ugly really fast. Arthalon with a Pajama Thurskin is still in a good position here, and the next golem is going to be an important one, and we already have the heroes down in the mines. They could maybe even lay a trap there and just camp right over here at the entrance. They're not doing it just now. They're really waiting for the camps, dropping 1 camp at a time. Chen, the only hero that is currently down for Snowflake, but they have 2 more joining up with Faye and Idra moving in. Faye suddenly in trouble though, because if that Howling Blast hits, and it doesn't, then she would probably go down, but she goes down regardless. Faye already dropped. It's a 4 versus 5 once again. The Odin on Idra is in. We have Abathur jumping in and out of the fight to restart the cooldown on his shield, doing a great job here. Matt Timmy using everything that he can, but he goes down as well. It's a 4 versus 4, and what an ultimate by KO, getting the full strafe in there, dropping the Tigers, and now it's suddenly a 4 versus 3. Storm, Earth, and Fire on LZ Gamer allows him to drop another hero, going here straight for KO and dropping the Vala, but we have the rest of Team Symbiote Gaming moving back down into the mines, and LZ Gamer just doesn't stand a chance there. It's a 4 versus 2, and those skulls are up for grabs now. The Golem down here will be dropped, and this is starting to become super ugly. The Golem count 53 against 17, and they're gonna get those skulls here as well. It's gonna be a massive Golem pushing for Team Symbiote Gaming. Great play here on this map in particular. Arthalon moving back on the Abathur once again. He had so far some really nice engages here, and it's of course always so important that you're all over the map. You need to use those small breaks that you get from the Symbiote to drop your mines all over the map to get the experience with Abathur. His Locust itself doesn't really get you EXP. You need to kill something, or you need to have the Symbiote somewhere. Kill something with the mines, have the Symbiote in position, then you gain the experience. So Abathur is a hero where you can really utilize those hotkeys, the location hotkeys, jump all over the map, and then try to use that always in the breaks when you don't have your Symbiote skill up. When you have Symbiote up, most people will immediately jump into hero, do the damage, then jump out again, renew the cooldown on the shield, go in once more, and we see that quite a lot. It's actually quite stressful to play Abathur if you compare it to a lot of other heroes. And as we talk about this, we have level 16 up already here for Symbiote Gaming. They are pushing hard against the level 13 Team Snowflake, and that Golem is completely wrecking house right now. I mean, that guy is hitting like a truck and dropping one after another. They're moving in already, dropping the wall, and the keep is super exposed. At the top we have Abathur now with this extra Locust pushing back against the Golem. They killed that already. He can now help out down at the bottom. 15 kills against 6, and we have them moving in with a copy, with a clone on the Arthurs. Double Arthurs moving into the front line. Judgment against Faye, and here comes the ultimate by a KO on the Vala. The Strafe doing so much damage, dropping Falstad, and Idra is in trouble too. He's trying to move back, but he's dropped as well. There's just no escaping. Brightwing falls, and it's once again a 5 versus 3. This could well be game. We already have the keep is down, and this has to be game. 18, oh god, another, oh my god, it's a complete wipe. Shen goes down too, and this is definitely going to be game number 1, ending in favor of Team Symbiote. That's 3 maps that they were able to win in a row now. They are back and with a vengeance. They are currently getting their revenge for the loss they suffered in the winner bracket final. And, well, they are certainly, like, stepping it up in this series. So Snowflake is only... I mean, Snowflake needs to win 2 in a row now. They are 1 game down in the second best of 3. If they lose another map in this best of 3 series, it is it's basically the end for them. It would be the victory for Symbiote Gaming. Looking at the talents here, once again, having a quick look at especially the Abathur, we have the Assault Strain. It's a great talent to have if you want to do siege damage, to have those cleave attacks and have the Locust explode on death. And this one, the Locust Swarm, we kind of have that every single time we see an Abathur, and that's where really the burrow movement comes into play. You try to burrow towards the structure, you drop the Locusts, you move back, and it's really something where Abathur absolutely shines. A good Abathur will always be out on the map once he hits the 16 and try to utilize those talents. So I'm super excited to see Abathur being played here. Of course, also the Blood for Blood here, the double Blood for Blood really helped to drop heroes, especially of course the Stitches and the Chen, and that was very well done here. 20 kills in the end versus 6. As you can see here with like the siege damage, Abathur is leading the charts with 70 against 47. We have the hero damage dealt. Abathur kind of rather in the middle this time, taking still 4th place, I should say, with Vala and Arthas doing most of the damage. One of the reasons why we have Abathur actually with a little bit less hero damage that people might expect is because he cloned Arthas instead of Vala. So with the Arthas we had another lockdown for them, and we had also the sustain, whereas a clone on Vala would have given them even more DPS, which they apparently didn't really need in this situation. So great Abathur Gaming game number 1, but of course we have more maps coming your way. At least one, maybe 2, and we're going to jump into the second game between Snowflake and Team Symbiote Gaming in just a second. Guys, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so though just yet, and of course also drop a couple of comments in the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about these games, but we are focusing on game number 2 right now, so see you in just a second.
Game number 2, and we have another Abathur, boys. This series is really, I mean, this is awesome. I love it. This is just blowing my mind. We had a great game number 1 here in the second best of 3 at the VersaSphere Invitational between Snowflake and Symbiote Gaming. The 1-0 lead for Team Symbiote Gaming, and boy, have they been wrecking house today. 3-0 in the grand final already, and with another map win, they would take it all. To the left though, we have in blue, starting on Vala, Idra for Team Snowflake, Kilax on Brightwing, Chillatek on Look Who's Back, the Tyrael, Zeratul played by LZ Gamer, and Faye on Tychus. Now this is starting to become very interesting. Zeratul being played now by LZ Gamer, and I'm wondering why exactly we see Zeratul here. First of all, of course, he's a great hero, like no doubt about that. He's an awesome hero to have in your lineup. The Void Prism, yeah, adds so much utility to your team, but we also have Arthalon with another Abathur. So we could really see LZ Gamer on the Zeratul just because they want to make sure that they can't hunt the shit out of Abathur. I would not be surprised to see that. The bans, by the way, in the game, again, the respect ban on Zagara, and we have Tacita banned too. So a super interesting lineup that we have here for Snowflake. I really love that. A lot of DPS, the front line with Tyrael, Brightwing as the healer. We have Tychus in the back, Vala, and then LZ Gamer, the assassin. Maybe only to hunt down Abathur, but also Falstad will be pretty hard pressed by that hero. It's going to be an interesting game here on the garden map, a big map by the way, really good also for Abathur to jump between the lanes. We have Abathur here played by Arthalon on the right side for the red team, Team Symbiote Gaming, K on the Falstad, Soldier on Reyna, Rhaegar played by Matt Timmy, and Dreadnought with the Arthurs. It's actually interesting to see now the Rhaegar with the Reyna. We don't have Tacita or Tychus in the comp, and I could see him go both ways here, either for the Bloodlust or go for the Ancestral Healing. I got a chance also to talk to LZ Gamer about that first game that we saw earlier today in the first best of 3 on Blackheart Bay, and he said it wasn't a mistake to take the Ancestral Healing over the Bloodlust, even though they had Reyna and Tychus in the mix. They just try to out-heal the opponents, and usually it's a good strategy, but if you fall behind, it's very, very difficult to just catch up again, and that's exactly what we saw there. So just a bit of insight
inside information here after I've been given the chance to talk to the players. But in this case here, the Rhaegar here has both options. Heal would be great, wouldn't need it for the Abathur, but still for the rest of the team, maybe not so much for the Arthurs either. You could go for the interested healing, but Bloodlust would also be pretty good, especially since you have the Reyna here for the DPS. But a pretty cool lineup that we have there, and I want to see how LZ Gamer is going to use that Zeratul. What are we going to see from him? Trying to hunt the Abathur here, trying to take down that cute little mushy wushy worm thingy, or is he really just trying to hunt down KO and show him who's boss here? We're gonna find out, that's for certain, but well, this game is also gonna show us a lot more, because whoever wins it, well, if Snowflake wins it, we will see a third game. If Symbiote Gaming wins it, that would be quite the impressive feat. Then they would have won the tournament with only dropping a single map to Team Snowflake back in the winner brackets final. But let's see who can take the plans, who will be able to really do the damage here, and of course especially how Zeratul versus Abathur is gonna start in this game. So for now we have actually the, ooh, look at that, we have a few mines already laid, so that, yeah, he's hiding already. Arthalon is already hiding. Of course, you always kind of know where the position of the Abathur is, because you see those locusts moving in, and from the direction you can then assume where roughly Abathur will be placed, and then try to chase him down here. Currently we have to the bottom lane, Kilex versus Matt Timmy, the two healers on a solo lane, whereas of course LZ Gamer is roaming the map right now. He's the hero that we really have to look out for. He can do a lot of damage, he's already going in with a cleave, but Dreadnought is there too, and immediately the blink back. Faye on the Tychus this time is trying to do the damage as well. Ooh, Arthalon leaving the game here, that certainly doesn't help. I hope that he's going to be back in a second. I don't even want to know what happens when Abathur is starting to take the... when Abathur is starting to take over the Talons. I hope that's not going to be a problem. For now, we have down to the bottom lane, Matt Timmy. Abathur is actually jumping into him and shielding him. Well done, bot. Good job here. Arthalon is still not back, as 3 heroes for Team Snowflake are currently pushing down the bot lane. Abathur still over here in position. Actually not too bad, a bit far back. That's one of the problems that you have at what you want to be up here, unless you really are afraid of what's going to happen if that Zeratul is going to chase you down. Mid lane, chill attack against Sonya. Top lane, we have now Idra going up against KO, and the bottom lane, still that battle between the two supports. Matt Timmy, assisted by Abathur here, is starting to push Kilex back a bit. As we have in the mid lane, Chill Attack and Soldier going at each other. With Soldier, apparently during the short straw here, not able to do anything about that. Idra, on the other hand, is starting to collect the seeds. It's 29 against 3. And I have to say that the downtime on Arthalon is actually like pretty significant here. He's already been missing for like nearly a minute. We have the fight in the middle now with KO moving in. Dreadnought is trying to put Chill Attack out of his misery, but a quick blink back allows Tyrael to survive that fight, and as we have the Reyna moving in, there's no chance of really taking them out for now. So KO is back for now, and we have LZ Gamer starting to try and take him on with those mines already dropped by Abathur. Abathur still over here. I'm actually not quite sure if there's a bug and Abathur is already being used by Arthalon once again, or if he's really still missing. The position that we have for the Abathur looks like it's a bit passive, but if you really want to dodge the Zeratul, then I guess it's a good position to have. And the position that we see those placements for actually looks to me more and more like we might have Arthalon controlling that hero again. I'm not quite sure we're gonna make that, yeah, we're gonna wait here a bit, but that Abathur is playing a little bit too, or placing those a bit too well to actually be a bot here, but I guess we're gonna see in just a sec. Down to the mid lane, we have now Chill Attack and Soldier once again going up against each other, where the bottom lane is starting to pressure Kilex a lot. Matt Timmy jumping in with the Abathur here, and yeah, that is just way too synergized to be a coincidence. So, okay, apparently it's a bit of a display bug in the replay. Abathur is definitely controlled by Arthalon at this point, and not a bot. So, yeah, good that we have figured that out early on. It would have been quite surprising to me if they would have played a 4-5 for this long. I guess both teams would have just left the game and restarted it, considering how early that short drop was. But yeah, that's definitely Arthalon controlling Abathur right now. So in the mid lane we have a 2 versus 1 as Chill Attack is being pushed back, but the double siege giants are helping to push in. Ooh, Matt Timmy here, even with the help of Arthalon, could not survive down here as LZ Gamer and Faye are jumping the Rhaegar, so he's down. And there was also the first blood here immediately for Team yeah, for Team Snowflake. So Symbiote needs to be careful there. They are starting to fall behind in experience. Level 8 versus level 7 already. To the top lane, what do we have here? KO with the help of Abathur trying to push the lane back a bit, and especially Idra has to be careful if there comes a barrel roll forward. Oh, Athlon is actually back. He was still missing. Look at that. It was not a display bug after all. I'm super surprised to see that the teams didn't restart here. That bot was playing a lot better on the Abathur than I thought, on the other hand. Oh, there we have Killex down at the bottom, and Matt Timmy jumping in too with a slow Killex. Is there another Howling Blast? Polymorph saving him. So Abathur is back to business. I'm still a little bit surprised that the Abathur bot... I mean, I've seen bots play a lot worse than that, but that bot has actually done a pretty decent job, if not the most amazing one. So we have Athlon back to business, but it's interesting for me to see that they played with a 4 versus 5 for so long and didn't restart the game, considering how early in the match it was. I guess if Symbiote Gaming really wanted the game to be restarted, they could have left, and they didn't really see a reason to do that. They probably were in contact with Athlon the entire time and talking to him. Right now we have Matt Timmy in trouble again as Chillatex jumps in, but moving back that just in time. In the end, it's level 10 versus level 9 that we have here with a single kill. I guess it would have been a lot worse having another hero dropping out of the match, since he would have been just feeding the opponent's team if they focused on him. With Abathur being a hero that usually plays behind the front lines, it's not really that much of a problem. Oh, Judgment against Soldier, and Soldier helped out by Athlon there with a quick shield. Thanks to Abathur, he's still alive. They still don't have the level 10. When they're gathering up the experience, but we also have a plan now pushing for LT Gamer's team. They were able to get those seeds early on in the game, only 16 for Team Symbiote Gaming. And Team Snowflake is starting to push in here pretty hard. KO up at the top is the only defender now. The rest of the team is starting to move in. And Dreadnought, now that he has level 10 as well, could go for the Army of the Dead. And he probably should for the sustain. He is using it right now. Here comes the Bloodlust being used by Matt Timmy. And Idra in trouble. But the rest of the team is starting to push back. Helix, though, has a big problem here as suddenly Bala is hitting a great ultimate. But the Brightwing kill follows way too soon. Athlon with a clone here on the Abathur, on the Arthurs once again is eliminated, but we still have that 5 versus 4 now, with Abathur jumping back into the fray, and there's another kill. This time we have Ethereal going down, so it's 2 kills for Team Symbiote Gaming. Really well played here by the team. First of all, the double Arthurs at the front line, and then later on at the jump to make sure that he can shield his opponents up. We have Bloodlust being used. And talking about Bloodlust and the talents, let's take a quick look at those. We have Strafe being used by Idra. Great Strafe that he got off in the last fight, actually. A lot of damage done here. Emerald Wind on Brightwing, Judgment on the Tyrael, we saw that as well. The Void Prison, still active on LZ Gamer, didn't have to use that yet. And Commander Odin on the Tychus. If you look at the Abathur, of course, with the Ultimate Evolution, we have Shock and Awe on Falstad, Reyna's Raiders here for Soldier, Bloodlust for Matt Timmy. I guess that solves the mystery if he's going into Bloodlust or Ancestral Healing. With the Reyna here and the rest of the team, he definitely decided to go for this. We have Army of the Dead on the Arthurs, not a big surprise there. And I guess the only thing that we could maybe point out here is that we have a bit of a change in the way that currently Abathur is being played by Athlon. I'm wondering though, I didn't really catch onto that. I actually think that Needlespine was taken by the bot then. That was a talent that was apparently taken by the Abathur bot and not by Athlon Abathur, because he came back roughly around level 8 if I'm not mistaken. So the increase of the symbiote step, I guess he would have chosen the mule again, but it could be worse. The increase here on the range, probably not the most useful talent. You would go for something different here, maybe for the heal on the shield or on the mule, but still, that is one of the problems that they are definitely running with right here. They at least got the Barbed Spine upgrade, so that's the same build, at least up to this point, that he's been running in the last game. And also we have Bribe taken up here. Another thing maybe to point out. Also I want to point out that we have Seasoned Marksman for Falstad. Seasoned Marksman for Falstad and Reyna, so a longer game is definitely gonna turn the tide in their favor. Falstad played here with a bit of a different build if you think about it. No bribe this time, no extend on the barrel roll, nothing like that. Instead, the Seasoned Marksman here. So, coming back into the game, we have the Knights taken, the Hard Camp already taken by Team Symbiote Gaming. Level 11 versus level 11. They won the last fight, so we have now still all 6 4s up for both teams, but a bit of momentum going for Symbiote Gaming. On the other hand, we have LZ Gamer now looking for an opportunity to maybe start with that Void Prism. The rest of the team is already converging towards the middle. Maybe it's Soldier that they are looking for here, but they don't get him. They cleave on LZ Gamer. He still hasn't started hunting Abathur, and Abathur is currently positioned down to the bottom lane. Arthalon has switched lanes quite rapidly, trying to put some pressure on the right wing lane here, whereas we see another camp already taken. And looking at this, Soldier in the middle, still benefiting from Abathur and the stab. Up to the top, it's Killax who starts to soak up the experience. Pretty interesting. Okay, no graphic bug, it just was about to dissolve a second later. We had that helmet of the Siege Giant still there. Another camp already taken, so hard camps are very scarce right now. All of them being completely taken over by the teams, and it's just a split. The split right side, left side that we see here, both teams going straight to the camps, no team really getting an advantage where they can start to steal the opponent's camps. But we have a bit of pressure now down at the wall here, taking down those turrets, and it is the Symbiote Gaming team that moves in with another double Arthur's comp that they're running. Reyna's Raiders are here, Chiller Tech is being attacked, Void Prism being used, Arthalon coming back around the edge, trying to go for, yes, oh my god, the Howling Blast dodge here with the blink, really well done. I was about to say, yes, he gets it on the Zeratul, but he didn't. Now they're pushing in again, dropping a turret too, but keep in mind how many of those heroic abilities have just been used a second ago. So with all those down, we have a bit of an opportunity here for Team Snowflake to turn things around maybe. Only Void Prism was used here. Chiller Tech should still have the Judgment up, and we have of course Odin there too. A quick grenade revealing the position, and they go for the seeds here once again. They already had one plant in the game, and they are very close to getting a second one. 82, 85, 87, 90 seeds already, and this is gonna be plant for plant basically. Both teams are going straight for the seeds to get the plant, and especially with the big Terra in the middle of the map being attacked by Symbiote Gaming, they should have no trouble getting the 100. But we have the jump in with Matt Timmy, and oh boy, was he out of position there. He was caught completely out of guard as the entire team on Snowflake moves in, dropped instantly, and that gives the seeds now to Snowflake. They will get their plant. Both teams having the plant here, so we're having the plant battle. I'm a bit interested to see if at some point Arthalon is going to jump in for that. For now, he's actually just here in the middle of the map, trying to push in, trying to push that lane, and they have a lot of presence here. Whereas to the top lane, even without the plant, Snowflake is starting to push in, and they are going to take that fort. It's not even contested, only the plant is on the way. They're trying to just trade fort for fort, with the Locusts pushing in, with Dreadnought in position, and with KO also starting to go down on that fort. So it's a trade between the two of them, but we have Idra in the middle now on the Vala, taking the plant and moving straight for another fort, and they could get the additional one. It's level 14 against level 15 now in favor of Team Snowflake. Symbiote is starting to move in. They want to go in from behind, and here we go. They're starting to go straight forward with a double Abathur, with a double Arthas. Once again, thanks to the Abathur clone, LZ Gamer is in trouble. Here comes the Bloodlust. They're starting to chase them down. Killax in trouble. Here comes the Shock and Awe. One hero taken out. LZ Gamer just barely able to blink away, but for how long? He's so low in HP, but they don't know. They get him with a Howling Blast, and he's getting dropped. It's a 5 versus 2, and goodbye middle fort. They can't get that. Arthalon still present here with the Abathur clone, pushing them back and acting as a buffer between the team and the last 2 remaining heroes, or the last 3 remaining heroes I should say. We still have Idra up as well. He's currently still in that plant, or he was up to this point. They're trying to at least take down Dreadnought, but not even that works. The ultimate on Idra really working well for the DPS, but not forcing anything. He can't force that kill in, and we have the rest of the team now moving up. A Soldier is still active on the plant. They're not done yet. They're still moving in just once again and are starting to take down those additional structures. The rest of the team is there. It's a 5 versus 5 once more, with Abathur now all the way back at home, and well, could jump of course into any of these heroes. Doesn't do that yet though. So right now we have level 16 versus level 15, and that should be the time where Arthalon is getting very active on the map if he went for those additional Locusts again. The middle keep is not going to survive for too much longer. I guess that's one of those moments when Abathur would really like to use the Mule here, but he can't of course since the bot has taken different talent. We have 4 kills against 2, a bribe on the Siege Giants to the left, and here comes the battle once again. Are they jumping into this? Doesn't really look likely. Not against the Siege Giants and the full team. They want to wait a bit longer for that to happen. We have 4 forts against 5 forts, and we have now also another clone on the... What did he clone here? Oh, we have Abathar actually at the top lane. Yep, there he goes for the extra locust. Moves in and starts to push that pretty hard. Moved with the lanes already and went straight for the double Arthurs. Once again, double Arthurs front line with a Howling Blast hitting everywhere. Reyna's Raiders are up again. Arthelon about to die. Here's the Bloodlust, but Void Prism has already been used by the Zeratul, trying to dodge a great Void Prism used. Really good counter initiation against the Bloodlust, moving back, making sure that they cannot be chased down, but they lost the Zeratul behind all of this. Gamer didn't really get a chance in this game to hunt down Abathar and to really push him hard. Abathar has been very, very mobile on the map, so that's a bit of a problem that they have here. The clone on the Abathar still moving in, and they get that fort without a problem. Top fort is now dropped. Ooh, Dreadnought might need a bit of assistance here. We have Abathar jumping down to the bottom lane. Could go actually, what is he doing here? He could go straight for another set. There are the locusts. That's what I was waiting for. He actually takes part in the battle as well. He knows about the position for the entire team and is now just waiting it out with a cooldown. But I have to admit that this is pretty ballsy what Arthelon does here. He knows, I guess, about the position of the heroes up at the top, but with the Brightwing in the game and so much potential initiation, especially since Gamer just came back, this is a pretty ballsy play after all. And he's already Hearthstone and he get back! No, he sees him! Goodbye Abathar. Gamer finally gets his kill, chased him down hard, but now Gamer himself is being attacked by 3 heroes. Can he blink back? There's 4 already in the blink! God! Holy shit, he gets it! But he's poisoned. He's poisoned with Envenom and goes down too. So Abathar has been avenged, at least that much. Team Symbiote Gaming was able to give their Abathar here. He didn't die in vain. He took the Zeratul with him. So a kill for a kill. Level 18 versus level 17 now. The pressure down to the bottom lane with the turrets already gone thanks to the Abathar push. We have Siege Giants taken and a quick Hearthstone back. They need the mana now. We're all very, very low here. And of course they also want to wait for the Abathar a bit longer than that. Yeah, 17 versus 18, and that would definitely give a bit of a lead here to Symbiote Gaming considering how many forts they were able to take down. But the plan is going to change that. Idra is going to be able to take this out with the terror that he has. We have a counter terror in the middle though, and we have apparently the attempt to just rush the keep here, and that would force Snowflake back. And they're already moving back. They're not even going for the fort here. They're saying, we can't do anything about this, because if we take the fort, they're gonna take the keep, so we have to move back immediately. Abathar should be here with an additional clone in just a second. We don't see that yet, actually. What is Arthelon doing here? Right now he's not doing too much. He's not really helping anything. Is he jumping in one of the heroes? He's just waiting a bit longer. He could jump to the top lane and push with the Locust, but he doesn't do that. It's currently a 4 versus 5, actually. There he is with the Symbiote form, not utilizing it just yet. There we go with a clone, so finally we have Arthelon in the fight as well. It's a 5 versus 5 with a double initiation thanks to the Howling Blast going strong on Keelax. Oh my god, and he is down already. The Shock and Awe helping out with that too. We have Matt Timmy with the Bloodlust again, the counter initiation with the Void Prism helping to delay it for a bit longer, but oh boy is that plan currently going ham. Faye on the Odin trying to prevent the burst. It's still a 5 versus 4 here, and this keep is going to fall. Idra though is trying to push at least KO back for now. Up here at the front line we have Soldier still trying to take down the keep. They might actually not be able to completely take it down here. Idra drops out of the plan, but he vaults away. He's not taken out. Soldier is too low here. At the same time Arthelon is losing the clone, but he takes the keep with him. Job well done. Could jump onto the bottom lane maybe. It's already there with the Symbiote form. Could also just tunnel up to the top and then drop those Locusts again. Would expose himself quite a bit though, but he has the 20. Could have the Bolt of the Storm to escape here. We have 19, actually level 18 only for Team Snowflake. Huge lead for Symbiote. And Symbiote is dropping Vala here with Reyna's Raiders. Oh my god, they are hunting Chillatek down hard with a slow on the ward here. And Chillatek, oh god, is getting dropped here. So Tyrell is also out of the game. It's a 5 against 3 once again. Abathur still all the way back at home. Is he jumping in? Do we see him with the burrow? Yes, we indeed see him with that. And he's going into the middle. He's going into the middle. Wow, they're going for the core again. And they're dropping Faye, or at least trying to. But so much damage. 3 heroes up for Snowflake. Oh boy, Falstad is gone. And Zeratul is there. Do we see the blink? He jumps in and he starts to take down Dreadnought. Dreadnought falls as well. LZ Gamer survives thanks to Brightwing. The attempt to core it unsuccessful. 3 heroes were eliminated. But of course, at least the Arthas was back to business in just a second, thanks to the Resurgence of the Storm, the 20 that they've taken here. But that up to the left, I have to admit that these kills that Snowflake just got in gave them a lot of experience, and they are about to hit that 20 as well. So that will give them a good opportunity to maybe turn one of the team fights and then turn things around. We have 2 heroes still down for Symbiote Gaming, and once more, we have that lead for them. If they win this game, if Symbiote Gaming wins this match, then it is over. Then they won the VersaSphere Invitational, and the keep for Snowflake is down. Snowflake lost the keep. And wow, Athlon is just moving in with a clone. Well, he probably thinks like, well, I don't have anything to do. The clone is expiring anyway. I might as well just go for it. But look at that core. That lost already at least 30%. More than that. Athlon, wow, that is doing so much damage. There's nearly a 50% core here. Symbiote is about to take this final, boys. He's about to take it here. Are they really gonna defeat Snowflake without dropping a single map in the grand final? Is this really happening? The plan is ready now. The plan is ready once more for Snowflake, and we do not have enough seats for Symbiote Gaming to counter them with a plan on their own. Idra is moving back here. Chillatech is also on retreat. I guess we should take another close look at the talents. Not taken yet. That will happen in a second. I guess we're going to double check that in a minute. We right now have Soldier and his team taking those seeds, but it shouldn't be enough for a plan on their own. Snowflake has a plan. Symbiote Gaming does not. LZ Gamer is jumping back. Oh, the Void Prism, but he dies anyways. Let's take a look at those heroic abilities. So the 20. Now that Zeratul is down after dropping the Void Prism. It's the Resurgence of the Storm Shield for the Rhaegar, Bolt of the Storm for Reyna, Evolution Master for Arthalon, and Blast of Awe for the Falstad. When we're looking at Team Snowflake, we have a big red button for him. Zeratul didn't get a chance to use his 20 just yet. He was dead just way too soon. Resurgence of the Storm for Chillatech. We have Continuous Winds for Kilex, and I think Idra is probably still pondering if he really wants to have the added talent for his ultimate, for his heroic ability, or if Bolt of the Storm would maybe be a better choice here. Didn't really pick anything, so we're going to see that in the fight. He's probably going to pick it in the fight depending on how exactly he is able to activate the ultimate, or if he needs the mobility for the escape. This plan, more defensive measure or tool than anything else now that Zeratul is dead. And a quick jump. They're trying to core it. They're going for the core once again. They're really trying to force the issue. Already the clone on Falstad this time instead of the Avatar. Here comes Idra with the heroic ability, dropping Reyna. Really well done. The judgment against Matt Timmy. Here comes the Bloodlust though. Dreadnought is moving in. Oh, and the Shock and Awe is already being used. Arthalon is trying to drop the core together with Dreadnought, but another hero is dead. Matt Timmy is down, and the clone of the Abathur as well. Here goes the Arthas too. He's coming back with the Resurgence of the Storm, but that was a really good fight now for Snowflake. It was again the attempt to just go for the core immediately, but it was averted, and now even with the Zeratul not in the game, we see the plan pushing, and there's still a couple of seconds left for Faye to do some damage here to the front. Very well done so far. A nice attempt and a valiant effort by Symbiote Gaming, but Snowflake was just a bit too strong to allow them to end the game here. Down to the bottom of the map, we have LZ Gamer pushing this back in the middle. Still Faye on the plan. Abathur is trying to save those towers. This is not going to happen. Nope, not now. 2 heroes still down, but I doubt that they will be able to take down the keep. Their own front or middle keep has been dropped. Ooh, actually, looking at that, looking how fast they're able to drop that, yeah, they're definitely going to be able to make that happen. There it goes. So both teams losing the keep in the middle of the lane. Another quick look to reveal the heroic abilities. Idra with a Vengeance ultimate and Protective Prism being used here for the Zeratul. Oh, the party push. Dreadnought. Oh, what have you done? There it is, the attempt to take him down. Immediately the clone by Arthalon, but it's already too late. Clone is history. Here comes the Void Prism against KO. It's 5 against 3 if you so want, at least for now. And they're just simply going for KO. The False doesn't stand a chance against them. Very well done. 2 heroes down and the Abathur ultimate also eliminated. Middle of the map is being pushed as Faye still has the Odin active, taking down the turret here. Abathur jumping in with a Locust for a few more seconds. He can do the damage, but here we're going straight up against the core this time. Uh-oh, the backdoor on the other hand. Soldier and Matt Timmy, they're moving straight for the core. Oh, this is gonna get so close. Look at this. Abathur is trying to heal it for as long as he can. Down here, we have the attempt to take it down. Who's gonna be faster? And it is actually Team Snowflake, isn't it? It's Team Snowflake. They're just barely able to core it and win the game. What a finish! Oh boy, that was awesome. 11 kills against 11, and here on Garden of Terror, it is indeed Snowflake with a victory. They bring us into the 3rd game. We have the 3rd game now. The final map between them. The winner's final, not the winner's final, the grand final is going all the way, the whole distance. Oh my god, like, this is just beautiful. I love this series so much. Like how they were able or trying to just backdoor it here. That was their best approach, granted, but like that was really a close one. And especially the last fight, that one party bush where Dreadnought just moved in, got dropped. Then we had Matt Timmy, not Matt Timmy, but the False that caught in the Void Prison. They lined that up and took him down right after the duration was over. So we are gonna see a 3rd game indeed. Really well done here. I mean, I love this series. This is just so cool. Abathur with a lot of damage. Keep in mind that Arthalon here probably had a wrong talent because of the bot that was taking over for him after he dropped. But still, the game was pretty even at that point. Abathur himself with the most siege damage, as it should be. In the end, though, it was Snowflake with the victory. So we are going into the last and final map between Symbiote Gaming and Snowflake here at the grand final.
Alright boys, this is it. This is the last game. The last game, Cursed Hollow. Symbiote Gaming in the grand final of the VersaSphere Invitational up against Snowflake. A 1-1 in the last best of 3. This map is going to decide it all. To the left, Symbiote Gaming with KO on the Reyna, Soldier on the Chen, Matt Timmy on the Rhaegar, Dreadnought on the Teriel, and Arthalon on Tychus. Bloodlust comp. Definitely. With the Odin here, with the Reyna, and this has to be Bloodlust. Oh, well, actually, is it going to be an Ancestral Healing? We saw something similar from Snowflake. I would think this is going to be a Bloodlust build, but still, we've seen other builds, and considering that it's only one healer, it could be Ancestral Healing, but Bloodlust would go such a long way here with the Reyna, with Tychus, even the Tyrael and the Chen. Can't wait to see what exactly they choose to run with this. We have, on the other hand, to the right side, Idra on the Vala again. Not on the Tychus this time, playing Vala. Kilex, on the other hand, is playing the Brightwing here, as you can see. And we have the Arthurs on Chillatech this time. Zeratul again, with LZ Gamer playing the Assassin, and Faye on the Falstad. The bans in this game, Zagara, banned. No Zagara for Symbiote Gaming, and Tacita banned as well. So constantly throughout the series we have Symbiote banning Tacita, and we have Snowflake banning the Zagara. Now we're going into the last map, into Cursed Hollow, and we're going to find out who is going to take the VersaSphere Invitational, who is going to win the tournament here. It's going to be a great game. I mean, the games that we've seen so far were already awesome, and I cannot wait to see what's going on in here. We do not have an Abathur this time. Unfortunately, we don't have an Abathur. Instead, we have the Tychus and Arthalon here. Matt Timmy with his Master Skin. Rhaegar already with a healing totem here. To the right side, we have Chillatech on the Arthurs, this time with LZ Gamer playing the Zeratul again. And of course, his prime target. I mean, if we're looking at this, it's actually quite interesting to see who's going to be his prime target. He's a pretty squishy assassin, and there's not so much squishiness on the side of Team Symbiote Gaming. They have a lot of heroes that have a lot of sustain and that are very, very difficult to drop. So I'll be really curious to see how the Zeratul is going to match up to this.
We have already the Zeratul in a position where he can jump the bottom and the mid lane. Up to the top, it's only Idra up against Dreadnought and KO. It looks like we might see an attempt to take maybe one of the heroes down here to the bottom lane, especially the Tyke is vulnerable as long as he doesn't have the Odin form up. But yeah, the teams are starting to align here. And, well, there we go. Kilex already dumping his shit up on Arthalon. He's not too pleased about that, but here comes the jump immediately with the Holding Blast against Matt Timmy, but it's too late already. Nice attempt here, well done by Team Snowflake, but they don't get the drop on Matt Timmy on Arthalon, and therefore it is still 0-0 in kills. In the mid lane, we have Faye going up against Soldier, but of course she needs to be careful now. And is that gonna be an attempt to sneak in the Knights? Wow, look at that. Cheeky as fuck they go in and try to take the Knights here. And that's, of course, if they can complete that, that would be amazing. And right now I think that Symbiote Gaming is most likely just assuming that they're trying to roam and just be like, hey guys, be careful, they're both missing. They're trying to get the kill in, but they don't. They just go straight for a level 2 kill on the Knights here and get the enemy's Knight camp. So the mid lane is going to be pushed really hard after this. And yep, without a problem, they get it and can now Hearthstone it back, which they both do. Mid lane is getting pushed and suddenly Soldier is looking at his lane, is looking at his fort and is like, what the fuck? Is just looking at that and is like, hey boys, I don't like this at all. There needs to be a reaction, and there's currently none from Symbiote Gaming. Rhaegar now moving in and helping out, but of course this is not only doing damage to the wall and depleting the ammunition, this is also putting this wall under a lot of pressure since they could always move in. But we have our two heroes here, Chill Attack and LZ Gamer, starting to move up to the top lane, and this time they might be able to catch one of those boys out of position. Moving in immediately, Howling Blast hits home, as does the Frozen Tempest, but it's just not enough to lock one of those heroes down long enough to take him on. Down to the bottom, we have now the rest of the team starting to move towards the tower. Arthalon and Timmy trying to execute some pressure. With the Knights taken, that also means that the Knights are missing for another 3 minutes and 30 seconds for Team Symbiote Gaming. Another important thing, not only do you put some pressure to the lane, you take it away from the opponent and you rob them of the opportunity to use that against you. Now we have at the top lane still that setup, and LZ Gamer is catching also the watchtower here as we have the first tribute spawning towards the bottom lane. Already the heroes starting to converge down to the middle. Chill Attack against Dreadnought here, and well, KO is meeting up with him. But we have Matt Timmy already in position. Nice bribe here, double bribe. Faye and Kilex going for the bribe strategy here, but straight moving in to help out. Maybe, it's not really, I don't think they can. Oh, they can cancel it. Okay, the blink by LZ Gamer cancels the capture, but he exposes himself maybe a bit too much. The Howling Blast saves him for now. He needs to move back, but they are very low on hit points right now. And with the beefy lineup that they have for Symbiote Gaming, they get the tribute and also take down Chill Attack. Whoa. Chill Attack already eliminated. And Arthalon moving down to the bottom to soak the experience, whereas we have the watchtower taken by Soldier. Very beefy lineup as mentioned before for Symbiote Gaming. That might be a problem for Snowflake in the long run. For now we have the boss being attacked. To the top we see Idra already trying to get the experience up here and pushing in the lane. Down at the bottom we have Arthalon still there, but at some point the team has to wonder, where are they? And well, it doesn't really look like they're going to contest anything since LZ Gamer and Chill Attack are taking on the Night Camp. But this boss is definitely going to fall uncontested, so they can get the big push on the bottom lane now, and they're definitely getting it. But they sacrifice some experience on the top lane for it. That's something that we have to keep in mind here as well, as the Knights are captured by our duo here, LZ Gamer and Chill Attack. The dynamic duo is roaming the map to take mercenary camps. The Golem is putting pressure on the top lane, and Kilex, the Brightwing, this little dragon fairy thingy, is just looking at this and they're like, what the fuck, don't leave me alone here. Like, guys, are you serious? Like, this badass here is trying to take down my wall. I'm just such a little, small, tiny fairy dragon. I can't measure up against that at all. 4 heroes in the mid lane now, and guess who has to sacrifice this tribute if they want to save the bottom lane? Well, actually, they take him out. They might just be there in time. No. Dreadnought is taking it, and therefore 2 tributes already for Symbiote Gaming. that's starting to concern Snowflake a bit. It's level 8 versus level 8 with 1 kill only in the game, that kill for Symbiote, and they're starting to move up to the top to maybe even catch Idra out of position. Oh, they want to have the second golem. Well, good luck with that. Idra in trouble, and Idra goes down. Doesn't stand a chance here. Caught out of guard, moves in, sees 5 of them, that can't escape. Now it's a 5 versus 4. Chill Attack is running well, if you can call that running what he does there. Arthas is not the fastest of heroes, and he is paying the price, dying a painful death. So it's a 5 versus 3, and that means that this boss is also going to be there for Symbiote. Symbiote with a very, very good game so far. I love this hero composition that they're running. It's super dangerous to face. So now we have 2 kills against 0, 3 kills against 0 actually, with another boss being removed. But of course the bottom lane experience going to Snowflake, that might give them a bit of an edge in the end after all. That third tribute on the other hand would put a curse on the team. And I'm not quite sure if Snowflake can really contest this. No level 10 yet, no level 10, but that golem up at the top lane is of course doing damage. There's the level 10 already. Yeah, there's no way this is going to be contested. No way. Oh god, are they really trying? Apparently they are. There's the curse though. Curse level 10 for both teams, and the golem pushing up. And we're going to take a quick look at the talents. Here we have them. Rainers, Raiders, Storm, Earth and Fire, Bloodlust, loving it. We have Tyrael with the Judgment, Commander Odin. We have the Strafe, Brightwing. Didn't pick the heroic ability just yet, but we have down here, of course, Army of the Dead, Void Prison, and Shock and Awe. Double Bribe being utilized on this map. Great build. Idra with full DPS, the build that he loves, the build that he plays in most of his games, and we have it once again. And Zeratul and Falstad, both more played like a mage damage than anything else, with a gathering power here on both of them. So let's see how that's going to work out now that Symbiote just cursed Snowflake. They are moving in, up at the top. We still have the golem. Oh my god, the golem is going to drop the 4, isn't he? Chill Attack, yes, he needs to move down. There's the entire team. We have Soldier already in here, and they are doing so much damage. What a great curse. The teams might be on the same level, but this is an absolutely great position here for them. Oh, where's the Bloodlust not being used? Man, Timmy is dropped. Wow. That drop on Timmy with a shock and all. Great job here by Team Snowflake. That might actually enable them to at least save one of the forts. The top one has already been taken down by the golem, of course. This middle one is still not completely safe, but LZ Gamer jumping in with another cleave, Storm, Earth and Fire, and the Judgment now immediately. Idra with a great strafe getting the DPS in. Chill Attack is in trouble. He's being dropped, so 2 heroes down now for Team Snowflake. A third one dropping as well. Soldier maybe the sacrificial pawn here for his team. He's eliminated, but it's 2 forts down and the golem still pushing the wall. This guy just doesn't stop. Like, this badass is going in and dropping just 1 fort after another. The curse is finally gone. Level 13 versus level 11. Oh boy. Snowflake is struggling. 6 kills against 2. And they lost 3 of their forts already, whereas we have Symbiote Gaming still in full force. They have their turrets still up. Their turrets are still up on every single lane. There's nearly no siege damage done by Snowflake, and this is getting really iffy here. That lineup is just so awesome. I mean, I've said it already, but I have to admit, I love this combination that we are seeing here. It's a great one against what Snowflake is running right now, and especially LZ Gamer is pretty squishy here. He needs to push in the damage. He's done a pretty good job so far at staying alive, but of course in the next few fights we'll find out how valuable the Tassadar or the Zeratul pick is really to the team. They're still looking for an opportunity. Oh my god, Idra. Oh god, Idra. Oh my god. No, that's horrible. The Judgment. Oh god, and he's dropped before the fight even starts. In a really bad spot. In Germany we would say dumm gelaufen, quite literally. Yeah, he doesn't stand a chance there, and now it's a 5 versus 4 with Symbiote pushing again, and they are pushing it hard. Oh my god. Like, they've been playing such an amazing series. They only dropped 1 map in this grand final against Snowflake, the last one. This is the 3rd one, the last map that we see, and if they win this, then it's gonna be the victory for Symbiote Gaming in the NA Invitational. Another hero drop. This time they take down the Arthurs at the front. Soldiers jumping in, Bloodlust being used, Faye about to die, Idra with her ultimate is about to drop Mad Timmy, but he's alive. How the hell is he still alive? Oh my god. Oh, the Odin here with a Void Prism for LZ Gamer, giving them a little bit more time to breathe. Chen is down, and they are trying to take down a few more. The jump back by LZ Gamer with a quick blink. Matt Timmy is moving back into the battle. Idra is trying to just chase them out, and he is doing that, but we have that keep already down in HP to roughly 30%. At the top lane also, that push against the second keep doing quite a lot of damage. The golems up again. The bosses could be taken, could actually be taken here by the team. We have 5 heroes for them, and look at that tribute. Dreadnought is just simply taking it. It's not even contested. Another tribute for the team. Has Snowflake taken a single tribute? I don't think so. I don't think they got a single tribute just yet. That game was just Symbiote Gaming hitting their stride. Now they're going for the golem again, but this time it's going to be contested. This time on level 14 versus 14, we have Snowflake moving in. They are saying no to this. They just deny the golem to Team Symbiote Gaming. They say like, no, not again, not again. That happened the last time. We were caught unaware, but it's not going to happen this time. But what is Symbiote doing? Oh god, they're jumping the right wing, and here comes the judgment. Keelex goes down. It's again a 4 versus 5. Snowflake just doesn't seem able to go into a fight with 5 versus 5. Every single time one of their heroes is caught off guard and being dropped immediately. Idra drops as well. This is not going well for them. Another kill against Arthas. It's 11 kills against 3. Idra was caught off guard twice, moving into 5 heroes. The first time they were trying to get the top golem, the top boss, and then later on he was just trying to connect with the rest of the team and ran straight into the Tyrael, who with a quick judgment locked him down. A similar fate that he suffered in the last battle here. It's a 5 versus 3, and goodbye first keep. Symbiote Gaming is on a tear right now. I mean, these guys, they are having a field day. They are moving in, dropping hero after hero, dominating one team fight after another, and it's not so much a problem on it's not so much a matter of Snowflake playing bad, but just like being caught in weird spaces. Of course, Symbiote Gaming is forcing that a lot, forcing them into awkward positions and then trying to capitalize on it. But it's also a bit of bad luck for sure that we see for Team Snowflake here. Not able to set a single team fight up the way that they want. They're trying to sneak in a boss. The same is happening at the bottom lane, where we see another boss being taken by Symbiote Gaming. And they will have a bit of a time lead there. Could either take the Siege Giants or just push in another lane. And of course they would like to also take down those Siege Giants first. So we have them pushing the bottom lane now. But double lane push here for Snowflake. Level 16 versus 15. Talent lead for for Symbiote Gaming. That might be enough to win them another team fight, and maybe even Court already. Oh my god, oh god, thank god. Faye dropping out, but getting back into the game right away. 1 or 2 minutes downtime for Faye, and a bot taking over would have been the nightmare here for Snowflake. This is their last chance. They need to win this map if they want to win the tournament. But so much pushing power that we see here, and up at the top, the golem is completely abandoned. They don't care about the fort. If they can trade for a keep, they're going to be happy to take that trade, and they're trying to push it in. They're going straight for it. We already have the keep halfway down. Where's that setup? Where's that Void Prison? Zeratul waiting for the blink. Does he get it? Chill Attack on the other hand. He's still not using it. Here we have Reyna's Raiders. The keep is about to die. Faye is also going down. Judgment and eliminated. Bloodlust being used. The Void Prison is there, but Chill Attack is down. 3 heroes eliminated. Idra also dropping. It's nearly a team wipe. Goodbye game. It is Symbiote Gaming. They are unstoppable. They lost it in the winner's bracket final against Team Snowflake, but now in the grand final they are showing their true strength, and they are taking it. It's the NA champion. It is Team Symbiote Gaming after winning the grand final, winning 2 best of 3s in a row. One of them with a 2-1, and now the last best of 3 with a 2-1. The first one with a 2-0. Very well played here. Dominant performance by them. Level 18 versus level 16. 15 kills against 3 here in the end. Very well done. Dominating this game with their team comp here. Great job, and congratulations, of course, to Team Symbiote Gaming, to KO Soldier, Matimi Dreadnought, and Arthalon. Hero damage. The trophy goes to Faye. Unfortunately, that was not enough to win the game. In regards to the siege damage, though, we have Arthalon and KO doing way more damage than anybody else, especially the Tigers here with 90,000 against the second place with 44,000. Healing Matt Timmy with the Rhaegar doing an excellent job here. 12 takedowns, only 1 death. 0 deaths though for KO, for Dreadnought and for Arthalon with 15 takedowns each. A great series, a great tournament. We had awesome games. I really hope that you guys enjoyed these matches. I certainly had a blast casting them. I hope you liked them. If you did, thumb it up on YouTube, write a comment in the comment section and subscribe to the channel. It was amazing casting these games for you. Of course, you can always also follow me on Twitter at Khaldor, as you saw on screen earlier. This is it for the VersaSphere NA Invitational. We are soon going to have a few more tournaments for you. I hope that you enjoyed those games during the server downtime that we had here in Heroes of the Storm. And I'm going to see you soon on Khaldor TV once again with more Heroes of the Storm videos. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.